Welcome back, viewers. You join me for part 2 of the how much further will an e-bike go compared to a normal bike in an hour, something, same rider, same track, something, challenge. Alright, dropping in for lap 1. Sandy. Had some rain, but hasn't really affected the track. So this is the water towers, as some people call it, Jedi Run. I've not seen Lord of the Rings, so I don't understand the reference. There's a lot of people out today. Down the fire trail. We're at the bottom. And that is 2 minutes. That's lap number 1 done. Go on, George. Drop in for lap 2. George's going to take it easy this time. Styling it up. Dusty, so dusty. Now this track is much more to my liking. Nice and rough, fast, and pretty steep in places. And as you saw, the return climb is straight up a fire trail. So much for giving up to George. George, the Greek national champion, has gapped me once again. Doesn't like going to the bottom. Alright, and pedalling back up for the end of lap 2. Alright, lap number 3. Now, we just had some rain between lap 2 and 3, so let's see what happens. Whoa. Oh, you can hear wet pads on wet rotors. Still some dust in there. And of course, George rides without gloves, which is what you want with wet grips. Whoa, shivers all the rocks up. Bit slick. That was alright. Alright, let's turn around and pedal back up. Very unusual lighting today. Got patches of black cloud, patches of blue sky. The Greek national champion reckoned that last one was too loose, so he's going to take it easy this time. Doubt it. Whoa, he likes that. I don't know what that is. I didn't know that was a line. I don't know what George does. Bottom of lap 4, back up again. Alright, second last climb. The sun's come out. Now it's a bit humid. Right. Lap number 5. This track dries out so quick. And out onto the fire trail for the last time. And last climb. the water tower. Pedaling up to the trailhead, water towers, common sail matter, power. Battery charge, water bottle full. Oh, that's wrong. No, I'm not rowing a boat. I am riding an e-bike. Let's go. Let's give this a go. 1 hour of nice, consistent, cruisy laps. Well, when we were here on the Meta, we achieved 5 laps in the hour. So, spoiler alert, I predict we're going to do, I don't know, 8. Conditions are much the same as last time. Dry and dusty. But some of these turns are a bit blown out. Oh, I like that one. All right. Turn around. Boost. I'm a bit curious how, the whole self-shuttling element plays out here compared to somewhere like Old Man's Valley. While a bit loose, just a wide fire trail. There's no pinchy turns, no techie rocks to get up and over. So I can just stick it in boost and power along as quick as I can. So I'm suspecting that the electric gains offered by the EEB are going to be greater here. Right. So lap 1, 5 minutes 50. That's quite quick. That's very fast. Oh, right. Back in. Now mathematically, that 5 minute 50 lap means I'll be somewhere in the realm, sorry, I can't talk through that corner. I'll be somewhere in the realm of 10 laps in the hour. But I'm gonna get tired. I can't keep that pace up for an hour. And yes, I said it, you can get tired on an e-bike. But how, I hear you say? Well, I challenge anyone to go to a gym and sit on an exercise bike and spin that thing for an hour, even with no resistance. You're going to get tired. Bottom once again, and right back up. This is the steepest part of the trail, even in boost mode. I dropped down to about 10 kilometers per hour. But that's still pretty quick. When I first started riding here, I'd walk up that. Now I need to think about how I'm going to edit this video, because I imagine that you don't want to watch me doing 10 laps of the same track over and over again. So I might need to do a bit of a montage. Montage! Cruising up, end of the 5th lap. This is where I was at the end point on the norm. 10 kilometers, or a little bit more, 31 minutes, 50 seconds. This is going to end up being close to 2 for 1. So the question I've been asked, and what was certainly the question I asked myself, pardon me, was how does it compare to the norm when going downhill? Because everybody knows that an e-bike will get you up very quick and will get you extra laps. But what if it's shit? What if going downhill is absolute rubbish? What's the point? I'd rather do 5 excellent laps than 7, 8 or 9 terrible laps. Well, I might have to answer that question on the next lap. I'm going to try and make this answer succinct because this track is not very long. Short answer is no. This bike's not as good as the human powered Meta, but it's really close. If all things were equal, the acoustic bike is more agile and more playful than this is, but this is really, really close. And what you have to keep in mind is context. All things aren't equal. While this bike might only be, I don't know, 95% as good, it's giving me nearly 200% more riding time. But the answer is actually more complicated than that. Not only am I doing many more laps, I'm much fresher. So while on your first lap out, your human powered Meta is going to be a better bike, by the time you got to your 5th lap, because you're totally buggered, you're riding much worse. So no, first impressions are that this bike isn't as good as the norm, but as the day wears on, this is much, much better. If I'm quick, I reckon I can get one more in. You know, this is a bizarre little track. I come here a fair bit, and it clearly gets a lot of use because there's plenty of ruts and whatnot, but I never see anyone here. Just as I explained it at the end of the Old Man's Valley video, I'm getting sloppy, but I guess that's to be expected because I'm nearly 20 kilometers in or something. Excuse the no hands. This is definitely going to be the last climb for the hour. This is a very pleasant day. and finish.
Well, once again, the numbers show there is a significant advantage to having an e-bike. But it would seem the size of that advantage depends on the type of trail you ride. In the last video, compared to the normal bike, the e-bike managed to go almost 60% further. But today the advantage was almost doubled. That's twice the laps, twice the jumps, twice the berms, twice the gaps, twice the drops, just twice the fun. Yes, it's for a lot more money, but it's not twice the money. Once again, the energy burn is huge. Compared to the laps on the normal bike, after an hour of riding the e-bike, my energy burn was much higher. Just like last time, I don't really know what to make of this. I do have a couple of theories that I spoke about in the last video. My plan is to get my hands on a heart rate strap. Something that doesn't concern itself with how far I've gone, it only considers how hard I'm working. Once I do that, I'll do some testing, and if it's interesting, I'll make a video. But what about the fun stuff? Well, let's just say I'm very happy with my purchase. The top speeds recorded on Strava are near enough to the same, and the same can be said for the segments. They're pretty close. But as I tried to explain while going down the hill on one of the occasions, the bike is great. And you're probably just like me. Between having a job and a family and trying to manage this temperamental weather, I only have a few hours free every week to go and ride my bike. And by having an e-bike, I'm almost doubling the fun that I can fit into those few hours per week. So I've taken up enough of your time. I've got one more of these planned. It's a different style of truck than what we've ridden before, so hopefully it might be more applicable to some of you. But until then, if you do like what you see on this channel, click like and subscribe. But equally, if you think I can do better, feel free to say that as well. Otherwise, see you next time.